Hi everyone. Welcome to English is Easy. Today we're practicing IELTS speaking part 1 topic, transport. In this video, you'll get 3 different versions of answers, including a Band 9 style version. Alright, let's start. Now we will listen to version 1.
Let's talk about transport. How did you get here today?
I actually took the subway this morning. I'm currently living in Toronto, so the transit system is quite reliable for getting to the downtown core. It was remarkably efficient and saved me the headache of navigating through the morning rush hour traffic.
What is your favorite mode of transport?
I'd have to say I'm a big fan of train travel. There's something very relaxing about sitting by the window and watching the landscape change while having enough legroom to stay comfortable. It feels much less stressful than driving or flying. Do you ever use public transport? Quite frequently, yes. Since I commute for work, I rely heavily on the local bus and train networks. It's not only more cost-effective than owning a car in a major city, but it also allows me to catch up on some reading or podcasts during the journey. Do you like the transport system in your country? It's a bit of a mixed bag. In major metropolitan areas, the infrastructure is quite sophisticated and well-connected. However, in more rural or suburban regions, the options are fairly limited, which makes owning a personal vehicle almost a necessity for most people. What is the difference between taking a bus and taking a train? In my opinion, the primary difference is the level of comfort and predictability. Trains generally follow a dedicated track, so they aren't affected by traffic congestion, making them much more punctual. Buses, on the other hand, are more flexible in terms of routes and stops, but they are often at the mercy of the road conditions and peak hour traffic.
Now we will listen to version 2.
Let's talk about transport. How did you get here today?
I got here by subway today. It's the most convenient option for me because the station is quite close to my home, and it helps me avoid traffic congestion during rush hour.
What is your favorite mode of transport?
My favorite mode of transport is probably cycling. I find it really refreshing, and it's environmentally friendly, plus it gives me some exercise while I'm commuting to nearby places.
Do you ever use public transport?
Yes, I use public transport all the time, actually. I rely on buses and trains for my daily commute to work and when I'm going around the city, since parking can be quite expensive and difficult to find.
Do you like the transport system in your country?
Overall, I think it's quite good, especially in major cities where the network is extensive and well-connected. However, it can get extremely crowded during peak hours, and sometimes the buses aren't as punctual as I'd like them to be. What is the difference between taking a bus and taking a train? Well, trains are generally faster and more reliable because they run on fixed tracks and aren't affected by road traffic. Buses, on the other hand, are more flexible with their routes and can reach areas where there aren't any train stations, but they tend to be slower and can get delayed due to traffic jams.
Now we will listen to version 3.
How did you get here today? I drove my car this morning along the highway, which took about 25 minutes. I left early to avoid the usual rush hour traffic, so the journey was surprisingly smooth. What is your favorite mode of transport? I really enjoy cycling around my neighborhood and city parks. It's a great way to stay fit, reduce my carbon footprint, and I love the feeling of fresh air as I ride. Do you ever use public transport? Yes, I often take the subway when I'm heading downtown for work. It's reliable, avoids parking hassles, and I usually use that time to catch up on podcasts or read. Do you like the transport system in your country? Overall, I find it quite efficient in urban areas. Buses and trains run frequently and cover most neighborhoods. However, rural regions still lack good connections, which can be inconvenient for those living outside cities. What is the difference between taking a bus and taking a train? Buses tend to have more stops and can be delayed by road traffic, making journeys less predictable. Trains run on set tracks and schedules, so they're generally faster and more punctual for longer trips.
Alright, that's the end of today's video. I hope this helped you in your English learning journey. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and subscribe to English is Easy. And let me know in the comments, which topic should we upload next? Bye!